Hi, this is Mary with Make It With Mary, powered by JCOM, and I'm going to come on and just make a sublimation tumbler real quick. This is one of my HOGG stainless steel depot. This is the 20 ounce glow glass skinny tumbler from HOGG. And I am going to put this design on. I've already printed the design and have it, it's mirrored. This is my Go2Craft automatic heat press. I have it already set. And give me a moment here. So what I do is I take an alcohol swab and just go around the perimeter. I'm not really sure about this one. Maybe I should with this one because this is a different texture. Well, we'll see. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna use my lint roller. A lot of people use a lint roller to get off the debris. So I'm gonna use my lint roller to get the debris off. And I'm gonna cut some of this off because I don't need all of it. So this was printed on my Sawgrass printer. It's an image that I have. I believe it's like an 8x8 image. So cut some more of this off the bottom here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just cutting the excess off. And I'm gonna take it. Hopefully it's not too tall. It's not gonna be too tall. So give me a moment here. All right, I'm back, and then I have my heat resistant tape. Can you see that? Let me try to adjust it. So I have my heat resistant tape. I'm gonna take the heat resistant tape and just making sure that all of the image is gonna be on here. I'll pull it up a little bit to make sure that all the image will be in the glass. All right. So what I'm gonna start off doing is I'm gonna take the tape. I'm gonna give me a fresh piece of tape. And I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna put it on this side. But then when I put it on this side of the image, hopefully you can see, I'm gonna pull it tight as I tape it down to try to make sure that there's no air in it. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Sorry, y'all, I may have to back you up a little bit. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Get a piece of tape. I tape it to the paper. When I pull it to the paper, I take the paper and snug it before I lay the tape down. And because the image has to be tight on the glass, I want to make sure that I tape it. I'm going to pull you back a little bit. Make sure that I tape it really well around the edges to make sure that the tape stays down, that no air comes in. If you can see that. I'm gonna do the same thing across the top. But what I'm gonna do with the top, I'm just gonna take the tape, turn the image down, but take the tape and pull it tight. Trying to make sure that the image stays down as much as possible with no air, because air will present ghosting. Do the same thing across the bottom. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it this way and pull it tight just to make sure that there's no air. Make sure that the image is tight. And the same thing right here. All right, we'll do the same thing on this side to make sure that there's no possibility for error. And this one you have to put, the press, you have to put, you have to warm it up with a tumbler on the inside per their instructions. So this tumbler is already in there. So I'm going to take I have my heat resistant gloves. I'm going to take the tumbler out. Be careful. And then I have this heat resistant pad that I sit it on, and I'll get that closer. And so this is going to go for 50 seconds, almost a minute, and then it's going to rotate. All right, so I'm going to pull you a little closer. Drop that in there. I probably should wear my heat resistant gloves. And then I'm going to press start. And it's going to close in on it. It's going to put the heat on it for 50 seconds. Then it's going to open up and rotate the image, because you can see right here that part is not getting any heat. And with sublimation, the heat is what activates it and makes the ink infuse on the substrate. So it'll take the 50 seconds for this one, and it'll turn it so the other side will get the image as the heat as well. So I made this one earlier. I used a different printer and I forgot to mirror it. So there we go, we got that. And then I just did it again. So it says, God is still writing your story. And so you can see it opening up. It's gonna open up, and then it's rotating. And you can tell because now, see, this glass is here. So this is my first time using this particular brand, this glow glass. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out. We're going to find out together. So I have my heat resistant glove, and then I have, well, I could put it up here, that won't be an issue, but I do have my heat resistant pad. So this is my printer, my press, so it's hot, it won't hurt to be on there. But still, I'm gonna use my heat resistant pad. And then I have a weeding tool, which I'll use to help lift the tape. So while this pressing, I'm going to tighten up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to give it just a second, just because sometimes it's really hot. So I take my heat resistant gloves and I put it here. Let me pull you back some so you can see. I'm going to switch my gloves and we're going to see how this works together. So what I'll do is I just take this and kind of put it under there to loosen up the tape. When the tape loosens, okay, that turned out pretty good. Let me get my other glove because it's pretty hot. I think I like it. There we go. It's kind of like a stained glass. So I've done it on a frosted tumbler before, which this reminds me of the frosted tumblers. This one just has, it is kind of, has a surface feel. It kind of feels a little rough. Maybe not rough but for lack of better words. It's not smooth. It has a little ridges or something. So that turned out nice. Look at that. I think I like it. And then it matches the, look at that. So we got us a little bundle. Isn't that cute? Wow. So now we know how this turns out together. And the top of it has the bamboo. You have either the bamboo top or this one with the sliders. And so that's what it looks like. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me. getting back into sublimation. I've had a good time today. I'm going ahead and turn this off. And I love the way that that turned out. All right, if you see something, say something when you see this. Drop a comment below. Let me pull it up a little closer. There we go. All right, until next time, happy crafting.